Hello. Well, I am touring my backyard. I got through this past, I think it was last weekend. I was able to mulch everything, so bear with me as I make this a little smaller. So you can see that everything's coming up really well, and as I said, I did mulch. I have my back swing done, cushion and all that. Hopefully you can hear me. It is wicked bad windy today. So far everything's coming up really nice. I have in the back here hydrangeas, and when I planted them I didn't realize how shady this spot is, but woo, feel the breeze. But back here, if I can pan up a bit, there used to be a massive pine tree back here in that spot, kind of right in there. There used to be a massive pine tree, but that came down in a windstorm last year, so my neighbors behind me took it down. So now I get a ton more light here during the morning. So I'm curious to see how these hydrangeas perform, because let me back up a bit. You can kind of see that I have quite a few trees up here. They're small trees, but they do have quite a bit of shade. And over there, that's where the sun sets. So you can get so the sun comes right through here. But for the most part, it is shaded. But let me kind of go back here. I have a giant wind chime. I took it down because it was rocking and rolling. A little too much even for my taste. So I put it down on the ground for now. I'll put it back up probably tomorrow. I think the wind is dying down tomorrow. And let me pan back here. So you can see it there. I have an old, I guess you call it chicken wire fence. And I got from Amazon just like this green ivy thing to put over it. So it kind of blocks my neighbors a bit. But honestly, during the summer, this all grows in and becomes a really green backdrop. So let me back up a bit. You can kind of see toward the back here, and this is actually one of my favorite spots to sit. Let me pan this way. This is one of my favorite spots to sit because when you're looking toward the arbor and everything, it's just so pretty. Let me walk this way. As you can see here, this is what I was able to accomplish. Now, from my last video, I kind of went over that I did have weed block, but it was horrible. It was so thin. I didn't realize how strong the weeds were, or not even the weeds. I think below I have a beautiful, let me pan this way, don't want anybody to get dizzy. I have a gorgeous, it's kind of hard to see, but I do have a very big and gorgeous maple tree back here. What I think is happening, because that weed block was crap, and it's under here, as you can see, I put new weed block down, much thicker, much better. But I can't move this old bed. And I noticed a lot of roots, and I thought it was from my vegetables from before, and it isn't. I think this tree behind me has decided it found a place to get some really good nutrients. So I did have to pull out a bunch of roots. So you can kind of see I just threw one on the ground. I didn't put it in my recycle bin. It's filled with these small roots. So I did the best I could, got out most of it, and I put 2 bags of the Miracle-Gro organic raised bed garden soil in here. And I have in my basement, I'll put it out later, is the, the garden tone. So I'll be putting that in very soon. And this is my new raised bed. I have more cardboard down the basement, so I will be putting in more cardboard. I was going to do it today. Unfortunately, with the wind, I decided not to. And I have on order from BJ's, because it is on sale on BJ's, some 10 more bags of the raised bed mix. So I'll pick that up tomorrow. So hopefully during this week sometime, I can get this completed. Now, I'm pretty sure here I'm going to put rocks. I looked at Home Depot and I found some nice pea gravel, has mixed colors in it. I think it's going to be really nice. So once I get the raised bed mix in, then I'll measure and kind of make a determination on how many I need. Because I do have an SUV, but it's not a big SUV, so it may have to be multiple trips. That's how I've been doing a lot of what I've been doing is multiple trips because I have a very small SUV. But let me come back over here. Eventually I will do a video of my front, but I'm not very pleased with how my front is looking right now. So I gotta evaluate what I want to do, how much I want to do this year. If I just want to clean it up and kind of mull it over, I'll figure that out. But this is my standard hydrangea. I planted it last year. It's a baby, but it's leafing out beautifully. It was here when I moved in. So where you see this hydrangea, it is one of those what do they call, lace cap hydrangeas? Very beautiful blue. It's absolutely beautiful. But when I moved in, it was here. Then where I have the arbor and the stepping stones, it was just grass. And then I have here, these are old Annabelle hydrangeas. I cut them all the way down the ground in the fall, and they come back beautifully, but they're Annabelles. Annabelles tend to flop, so they get beautiful flowers, and then all of a sudden a big rain comes through and they flop. I'm wondering, I'm going to do some more research, if instead of cutting them all the way down to the ground, if I go ahead and just cut them by a half, maybe the stems that are left will strengthen up. I'm not sure. I don't think so, because I think the Annabelle, the old-fashioned Annabelle, just doesn't do that. But that's okay. I do have a, what is it? Oh my goodness. You can tell it's, ooh, sorry, here comes the wind. I do have a honeysuckle on my arbor. Ooh, wow, this wind is something. I have honeysuckle here. Let me walk across. And I do have some, I have left the tag. Thank gosh I left the tag. It is from Proven Winners. It is a Luminary Opalescence Phlox. So I got 2 of them, so they should be really pretty. And I have some other plants in here. And again, this is the other side of my house. I won't show you this right now. So let's go this way, because this actually looks really good. I have peonies coming up. I gotta get my peony frame. I have a bunch of columbine coming up, and of course bleeding heart. And here is another phlox, and it just looks so pretty. Let me see if I can it really looks so pretty right there. Cannot wait. It's starting to open up. Oh, let me catch. This is why I keep my bird bath. Sorry, hold on. There. I just put fresh water in there. I love, this is what I love in my garden. I know some people don't like squirrels, and I get that. But I absolutely adore watching the animals come and get drinks. I'll let the squirrel go. So over here, I call this my staging area. It's where I keep my garbage cans, and you know, I have to replace the mulch. I have a fire pit, my shepherd's hooks, and different things. But here are some of what I picked up. So I got some more Stonehenge yews. I did pick up, and I'm very excited by this. Kind of excited. I don't know if I'm on a gimbal, so we'll see what it does. This is a Catalpa. I've heard good things about a Catalpa, and this here is a Proudberry Coralberry. And I did pick up a It's a small, I guess it's new. I just picked it up today, actually. It is a clematis, and it supposedly will be small. So sorry about this one. I am planning on putting that in a big pot I have back here, I have a, basically an obelisk. You probably can't see it, but I have that. So I'm going to do something with that. So I kind of wanted to show everybody, or kind of give you an update on back here. It's still a work in progress. I have 10 more bags, as I said, I'm going to be picking up. So hopefully that should be enough. If not, I'll have to pick up a few more. I have some, of course, potting mix on order from Home Depot, so that I'll be picking up. And yeah, so I really do think everything in my garden is looking pretty good. Hopefully this wind dies down. I hope so. I hate to lose anything, but so far everything's doing well. And I will leave it at that. Thank you for watching my video. Bye.